Sony Computer Entertainment America presents a Universal Interactive Studios production. Developed by Eurocom Entertainment Software. Crash Bash!
Alright guys, Bludger Boy here, taking a break from the study to bring you some Crash Bash. Emulation enjoyment. I have been studying for the past, I don't know, week or so, so I haven't been, uploading very regularly, if at all. So please don't blame me, please blame the state. Send them an angry letter explaining how much I hate them. And we can all leave with a smile. I do want to talk about some things. I'm sort of got things on my chest and sort of finding it hard to concentrate, so I thought I might use some of my spare time to get them off my chest so I can work better. This exam shit is going to continue for... not this exam shit, but this study shit is going to continue for 2, maybe 3 more months. I'd say 2 more months. And then I will never have to, well, not never have to study again, but I will never have to study for stupid, meaningless bullshit exams again. I can study for meaningful exams that might actually help me in my future. But not stupid bullshit. So that's what I've been doing for the past week or so. And these exams are hard, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there was one exam that I had to do where I could not answer either of the questions. These are full-on essay questions that I could not answer. So, don't know whether to blame me or the... like, I asked some of the other people who did the exam, who in my class, even they said they were hard. They answered them. But they were so ridiculously hard. They made barely any sense. I could barely make sense of them. And I'm a writer. Like, I write in my spare time, so I have some level of skill with interpretation of the English language and manipulation of the English language, and when I can't understand a fucking question, that's bad. Really, really bad. But yeah, I sat there and wrote nothing for an hour and a half. It really sucked. I've done it before though, like having written nothing in exams. I did it before a few times. But that was due to me being a lazy asshole. This is due to the questions being hard. Or a combination of that and me being lazy. Perhaps. Did actually do a bit of work for this one though. It's bullshit. I couldn't answer the question. And where we were studying for them, like, I had to go to the library in my school. And the librarians are uptight assholes. I do not like them at all. Like, it's always the head librarian that has a problem. No one else has a problem except the head librarian. Like, we were studying in a group because we figured, well, we'll get better marks by spreading the knowledge around, fair enough. So we'll go upstairs in the library and sort of stand around and talk about the issues raised in the texts and yada yada yada. It was a drama exam, written drama exam. An oxymoron if I ever heard one. So we went upstairs in the library and started talking about the things that we were reading in the plays. And the issues that they covered and the techniques they use, yada yada yada. A few minutes into it, the head librarian told us to keep the noise down. And we were like, fair enough, we were being a bit loud. So we just quietened down. You gotta understand though, everyone else in that library was talking. Everyone else. It wasn't quite noisy, but everyone else was making noise of some kind. So we're not the only culprits here as far as the noise goes. But fair enough, we'll be quiet. That's a reasonable request, as far as I was concerned, and as far as we were concerned. Then, I don't know, 1-2 minutes later, they tell us to stop talking altogether. Just us, no one else. And we're like, well, what the hell's the problem? We have an assessment task in 20-30 minutes. We sort of need to do some fucking work here. And we don't think we're disturbing anyone. And they just said it again. Just don't talk. No talking aloud. Why? Why is talking not allowed? And if talking's not allowed, then why are you telling us to stop talking with your voice? If talking's not allowed, then you should have a sign, motherfucker, or you shouldn't be talking at all. I hate that double standard hypocrite bullshit they pull. It's bullshit. And not only that, the head librarian was making more noise with her voice alone than everyone in that library combined. She was making more noise and talking at a higher volume than that of every student in that library combined. Everyone could hear her. It's just stupid bullshit. And then, because as I said, we were standing around, and then they tell us after, you know, we're trying to explain ourselves, going, we're not making that much noise, can you please leave us alone and let us study quietly? We'll try and not be noisy, but we do have to talk. Then they eventually just told us to sit down and work. Like, what the fuck does standing up have to do with anything? I understand it might look like we're having a social, a little social meeting here, but we're not. We're studying. And if you actually fucking hear what we were saying rather than talking over the top of us every 2 seconds, we might be able to get some fucking work done here. And they just insisted, just sit down and do work, sit down and do work. I don't understand what sitting down has to do with anything, man. I can sit down and talk. Just as loud. Louder even. If I want to. Like, what does sitting down stop me from doing? Nothing. Women have labor lying down. They're in labor lying down, and they scream and yell. Sitting or standing position has got nothing to do with how much work we can do. Absolutely nothing. They're just talking shit for the sake of it. They just keep going. Sit down and do work. Find a table and sit down and do some work. Like, what are they trying to get me to do here? Like, what's this gonna stop? It's not gonna stop me from making noise. I don't talk out of my ass, unlike these people, you know. Eventually we just fucking left. We were just sick of it. It's pretentious bullshit. The only reason they do it, I think, is just to exert power over us. That's the only reason they ever do it. It's to show us and inform us of the fact that they've got the power to do that sort of shit and to make those sort of rules. And then, of course, they go, if you want to discuss the rules, discuss it with the principal. Fuck you. The principal's got better things to do than handle your bullshit. You are the head of the library. We're going to discuss this with you, motherfucker, not the principal. Principal's got better shit to do. Way better shit to do. It might sound weird. I actually have a pretty high level of respect for the principal considering what she does. I don't have respect for the fact that she, like, buys mahogany desks for her office, and we have to write on, like, plastic desks and shit. but the work she does is actually, you know, quite hefty. So, you know, I have more respect for her than I have for some of the other staff members of that fucking school, man. Most of them are okay. Most of them are very smart people, but some of them are just total assholes. And they all seem to collaborate in that library. All the assholes go to the library. Which would make me an asshole, I suppose, but at least I can admit that. Ugh, stupid bullshit, man. Isn't it also annoying how they put all the exams at once? It's just so annoying. You have to study for every single subject at the same time. And they expect you to do well. For English especially, like for English in this country, you do 4 topics in 4 terms. 1 topic a term. You have 2 English examinations, like 2 actual times where you go into an exam room and do an English exam. You would think they divide it equally. 2 topics per exam. But though they don't, they have 1 topic in one exam and 3 in another. And they space them within 2 days of each other. Putting the 1 topic exam before the 3 topic one, so you've got practically 2 days to study 3 terms worth of shit. That's dumb, man. I mean, granted, it could have been the day after, that would have been way worse. Sometimes better than no time, but it's still ridiculous. Everything at once, it's annoying. And that on top of every other subject you do. You know. Pretty crazy. But that's just school, man. You know, they sort of reassure you by going, this is the hardest you'll ever have to study, and you know, they're right. Usually, haven't been to university or college or whatever, but I'm hoping it's not as hard. Well, not as hard, but not as intensive. You don't have to go to university every day, though. That's the main thing. And once you do, I mean, in this country at least, once you do an exam on a topic, you never have to do an exam on that topic again. So I've heard. How smart are these university people? They're geniuses. I found stupid bullshit on the internet too. Like, even when I'm not going to school or studying, there's stupid bullshit. Like, there was this kid, I made a blog entry about this a day or two ago. There's this kid a few weeks back, 2 weeks back maybe, who asked, like, sent me a friend request on the PSN and asked me to add him. And he said, like, something like in the message, like, I want to be your friend or something like that. Nothing really out of the ordinary. And I sent him a message back just going, no, I don't add anyone, sorry. That's what I send to every single person who sends me a friend request who I don't know or I'm not expecting one from. I just go, I don't add people, I'm sorry. And then he goes, what does he say, like, I'm begging you, please add me, and, you know, like, dude, I'm not gonna add you, dude, just please stop asking. And then he goes, why'd you add Lewis Bravo 1? Like, God, this was years ago when I added Lewis Bravo 1. And that was to make a video with the bastard. We haven't spoken since. That's what that was for, so I explained it to him. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Fair question, though. Why him and not this kid? You know, fair question, but it's got a perfectly reasonable answer. And then he sends me another message, you know, please, I'm begging you, please add me. I'm like, I'm not going to add you. Please, stop asking. And then he sends me like a message like a week later. Please, 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 please. Like PLZ copy-pasted 32 times. And I counted. 32 times. Please, 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 please add me. And it's like, fuck me, just stop. He just wouldn't get the message. I just wanted him to stop. And he wouldn't do it, and I'm like, dude, please stop sending me messages. I'm not going to add you. It doesn't matter what you say. It's not fair that if I add you and not anyone else who asks, that's not fair. And it isn't. It's not fair if I just add this random guy and not all the other random guys. Or the other random kids who ask. It's not fair. And then he goes, it's not fair for you to be friends with VenomOX and Lewis Bravo 1 and not me. What the fuck kind of logic is that? Like, it's not fair for me to be friends with person A and person B but not person C? What kind of bullshit's that? By that logic, I have to be friends with either everyone in the entire fucking world or no one. Stupid. And that's not fair that I should have to exclude myself from all social contact unless I want to talk to and be friends with every single motherfucker on the planet. That's just stupid, man. And I added those people years ago, before I stopped adding people altogether. And I'm trying to explain this to him, like, just stop, dude. I'm not going to add you. I added those people ages ago, before I stopped. Just please stop. And then you get the old fuck you. I'm like, ooh, yay, someone's gonna fuck me. I hope it's that girl at school I like. Because goddamn the things I do to her. Nasty shit. But no, he meant fuck you in the insulting sense. Of course. And I just sent him a message like, why would I want someone so rude on my friends list? I wouldn't even add you if I did add people. Then he sends me another message. Fuck you, you asshole. Add me. That's right, verbal abuse, then a request or a demand. After that, I don't think I even replied to that. Then a few days ago he sent me a message, I don't want to be in your vids, I just want to add you. Like, motherfucker just does not get the message. It's just kids, man. Like, I might sound like I'm getting really angry. It does annoy me and bug me, but I really am sort of coming to accept the fact they're just kids. They just don't know shit. They're just dumb and ignorant. Not their fault, just the way they are. They don't understand anything and they can't take no for an answer. It's just typical kid behavior. And It's just funny though. Like, where's the etiquette gone in today's society? It's fucking vanished. No one seems to be nice anymore. Yeah, nice people are dead. Because the evil people killed them because they got impatient. Or some stupid analogy like that. You think of something cool to say, and then you say it. And replace what I've said with your far better analogy. Sleepy, sleepy. Very sleepy. Swear to God, this is... It's so enjoyable, but it's really just four-way Pong. But it's so enjoyable, oh my God, it's so awesome. I love this game. I'm actually remaking, like, you don't have this 4 different ones. The first one you saw, I'm gonna remake in LBP2 when I've got some time. I'm sort of gonna be like a slow project while I'm studying. When I've got a break, bit of a gap, I'll be like, hey, let's remake this. I'm actually quite far into it. Before I had to start studying, I got really into it, and I made the AI. I got the AI working. It was ridiculous. I got the AI working, and then the human control stopped working. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, you either have AI or human. You cannot have both. Because what I want to have, like, how the game works is, if there's not a human player in the seat, it'll be AI controlled, just like the real game. You can't sort of have empty seats don't move, or it won't be very fun at all. The balls will just keep running away. But I got the AI working. Just got to get the human control working. I've got some mechanisms to figure it out. It's great, sort of going going back over the level and seeing how complicated it gets. Like, you've got microchips that were once just a simple square, and now they're massive rectangles with wires coming in and out of them, going everywhere. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm not too good with managing logic. Like, I can make stuff, but handling it. Is that why I do? Where does this go? Because I've got stuff spread out all over the place. Like, I've got wires going to the menu and to the real game, and the massive central logic microchip I've got in the middle that controls the camera and the timer and the how many balls there are on the stage at once, yada yada. All that's on one microchip. Dumb idea, I know. And then if you want to reorganize it, it takes forever. Oh, the joys of LBP. It's fun though. It's fun doing that. Problem solving. It's good fun. You know what's not fun? Stupid fucking arguments on the internet. I haven't actually had that many of them. I've only had one really that's notable. Some of you might know Silver Scorp 91. He does awesome, and I mean awesome LBP2 tutorials. Helped me out a lot, like with menus and stuff, making things. I'm gone. He is an amazing trader in my eyes, but he, like, this was a few weeks ago, and I sort of let this die down in my own mind so I can talk about it. He made a video asking for help from his subscribers. I'm like, alright, fair enough, I'll click this and watch it, see what the hell he needs help with. And apparently people had been spamming his PSN account on LBP2, just leaving comments, like just gibberish comments, just random collections of letters. Didn't make any sense. And like, there were hundreds of these. He scrolled down, there were hundreds of them. I'm like, wow, what the hell is this guy's problem? And then he sort of had, like, on the video, a little, like, a title come up, like a text box come up, explaining his interpretation of the spam. As I said, there were just random letters, no words, just random letters, hundreds of comments, just random letters from the same person. But he interpreted them, in inverted commas, interpreted them as saying things like, you know, you are famous, you are awesome, I'm too stupid, or I'm too lazy to make a good level. Stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, that's a bit arrogant. And then people in the comments started talking about how, like, they sort of got the idea that this was a bit arrogant, and brought up how because Scorp made, like, an elite creators channel, something like that. And people sort of went, hey, isn't that a little bit like elitist, like creating a channel just for expert creators and like dividing yourselves from everyone else? Isn't that a bit arrogant? And people were sort of saying, you know, it's annoying that the spam's been happening. That's not cool. We don't tolerate that. But this expert creator thing, we don't like it. Well, some of the people in the comments were saying that. Not all of them, just some. And I'm sort of like, I agree with that. When I first heard of it, I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, isn't this game supposed to bring people together, and now we're just splitting them apart? By having this us and them, experts and everyone else situation? But I didn't really think it was a big deal, so I didn't say anything about it. But this sort of went, well, I think Scorp's being a little bit arrogant. I think he's in over his head. Sort of not realizing what he's looking like. And I'm like, alright, well, I guess I'll just, you know, tell him, just gently. I don't think he's being intentionally arrogant. He's a nice guy and he's fucking talented, man. But he just seems to be a little bit in over his head. And a little bit up himself here. So let's just point that out and hope he realizes. What I and other people think. This isn't just me, remember. This is other people saying this as well. And I've got the comment transcript here, because he removed the video, right? So he's sort of, you know, taken back everything he said, sort of copying out. I don't really approve of that. But I've done it too, I can't really complain. I haven't removed videos, but I've removed comments where people have gotten into arguments with me over stupid shit. And, you know, we've both ended up looking like assholes, or I've ended up looking like an asshole. I've removed comments before. So I can't really say anything about that without sounding like a bit of a hypocrite. But when it comes to arrogance, I've been arrogant before. And it blows up in your face. Believe me. When you realize, you go, wow, I was a dick. You really do. So I speak from personal experience here. The first comment I sent to him said, like, I agree that the spam is undeserved, but I also believe that this expert creator thing is a bit egotistical. Scorp does have, or in my opinion has, an above average skill set with LBPs. He's a talented guy, he's a damn good creator. But this expert thing sort of draws a line between experts and everyone else, and it separates them, and divides them for no reason. And, you know, even though there are people with more ability than Scorp and less ability than Scorp, that's just the way it is, you know. We don't need to group ourselves like that. And he spreads his knowledge to the community, which is a great thing, but it doesn't give him the right to just go around saying, you know, implying that people are just going to go around saying he's awesome and famous and stuff. Because they're just opinions, you know. And, where am I? I've lost my place. It's quite a long transcript, so I'll play another game of Crash Ball to finish. Where am I? I'm lost. There we go. With that. Okay, because he said in the video description that it's our turn for us to help him. Like we owe him something, which I don't really think we do, because, you know, he helps us out with tutorials, and we help him out by giving him views and attention. That's a fair exchange as far as I'm concerned. That's just one man's opinion, but I sort of did find that a little bit sort of like we owe you something, like we have to, like what, you know, what's up with that, you know? And then his reply was, I'm not trying to be egotistical or anything, I just talk about facts. My channel is the biggest LBP tutorial channel on YouTube and I'm an expert. I know how good I am, I'm one of the best creators. These are just the facts, nothing more. Also, I'm not allowed to ask for help. I took all my free time making this channel and videos and now I'm not allowed to ask for help. This just shows me how bad people are. Why should I continue making levels or videos? Now, bear in mind also that the guys, English is not his first language. So, some things I've sort of had to, some things are lost in translation, and sometimes he types things a bit funny. So I'm trying to work out what he means. It's not awful, he speaks English a lot better most of the fucking American 10-year-olds I know, or have seen on the internet. But some things are a little bit funny, so I sort of have to work around them to get his message across. So, I never said he wasn't allowed to ask for help, I just said that it's not our turn to help him. Like, he's allowed to ask for help. I've got no problem with that, Pitman. Like, everyone needs help at some point. And he was totally misinterpreting what I'm saying. Like, I never said his channel wasn't the biggest LBP2 tutorial channel on YouTube, did I? Did I say that? No, I didn't say that. Like, why does he feel the need to mention that? That just makes him look more arrogant, you know? And him, excuse me, him being an expert is not a fact. It's an opinion, not a fact. It's held by some of his viewers and him himself, perhaps. That's fine. It's an opinion you hold. There's no problem with holding that opinion of yourself. But it's not a fact, you know? And, you know, I never said he should stop making levels or videos either. I want him to make more levels and videos, not stop. Like, his videos and levels are fucking awesome, man. I never said that. Nor did I even try to imply it. But that's sort of what he took from that, so, you know. And then he said, I'm an expert, and this is a fact. I'm just telling the truth. Am I not allowed to tell the truth? History showed that people don't want to hear the truth. There were many great men in history that were not taken seriously because they told the truth. Just because they were telling the truth. But I won't stop doing that. And then he says, I'm kind of used to people being jealous of me. Like, what the fuck is this? This is even more arrogance. It's not a fact that you're an expert. It's an opinion. I hold that opinion, let me make it clear. I think he's an LBP2 expert. He's fucking better than me. Leaves me for dead. I'm nowhere near expert. But it's not a fact. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's not a fact. And, what is this? I'm kind of used to people being jealous of me. What has that got to do with anything? That's another one of the things that he translated. One of the things that he translated, once again in inverted commas, the spam as being, you know, I'm so jealous of you, when they were just random collections of letters. That's the message he thought the spammers were sending to him. Sort of subvert message that they were jealous of him because they were spamming him, like. And he thinks people are jealous of him just because they criticize him. That's being blinded by your own egotism. And what does all this great men in history stuff have? You're not a great man in history, dude. You're just an LBP2 creator. See what I mean? He compares himself to the greats to make himself look better. That's what he's doing. That's just more arrogance. It's just arrogance coming out here. And that's, as I said, being blinded by your own egotism. And he's missing the point, cannot tell the difference between fact and opinion. It's just sad. The guy's older than me, and he can't differentiate. Like, and this is a universal thing. It's not just English. This is universal. What a fact and an opinion is. Surely. Pretty sure there are German words for fact and opinion. The concept exists in Germany. He's German, or it at the very least comes from a German-speaking country. I'm pretty sure either his country is German, or his language is German. Something like that. And just like, this has got nothing to do with jealousy, and I'm just gonna stop this, man. I just hope you realize how arrogant you sound sooner or later. And he sends another message. Sooner or later, people will realize I'm right. It's really sad how stupid humanity is. No wonder there are so many poor people and so many wars. I won't stop telling the truth. Like, oh, man. And then he says, why does it even bother you that I call myself an expert if you're not jealous? I never said that in the video. It's on my channel and profile description, but you never said anything until now. It's like, yeah. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me that he calls himself an expert. It bothers me that he thinks it's a fact. Undeniable, undisputable fact. That's what gets me, man. And he just doesn't seem to get that. We didn't seem to get it at the time, at least. If you want to know why I'm failing, I'm reading off the transcript and trying to play at the same time. It's a bit tricky. And I even said here, you know, I think you are an expert, but that's my opinion, not a fact. And we can point out you being arrogant without having to be jealous of you, dude. That's not a prerequisite for pointing out people being, you know, assholes. Or being arrogant. And what is this, you know, no wonder there are so many poor people and so many wars. Yeah, no wonder there are so many poor people and so many wars. People get arrogant and greedy. Granted, he's not being greedy here, but he's certainly being arrogant. Arrogance is the cause of a lot of conflict, believe me. And I didn't really think there was much of an issue until I read the comments. You know, that's when I thought there was an issue. And as I said, he took the video down, which as far as I'm concerned means he retracted his statement. He retracted what he said, or he didn't want it to be there anymore, or whatever. Either that, or he dealt with his spam problem and got rid of the video and just sort of also got rid of the comments with that. But I managed to have a copy of this in my cache, browser cache, and saved it. Because I really did want to talk about this. Because I know what it's like to be arrogant and to be blinded by your own arrogance and egotism. I used to think like I was just the best stand-up in the whole fucking country, man. And everything I said was funny, and I was just the funniest motherfucker you could find. Until I entered a comedy competition this year and had my ass kicked by amateurs. Those damn amateurs. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm an amateur. I'm no better than them. You know? I've got no more experience than them. I've had some experience. I was the only one to have entered that competition twice. That's true. But that doesn't make me the best automatically, you know? And there was some damn good talent there. Like, there was a ventriloquist there who I loved. She was amazing talent. Like, not just the, you know, manipulating the puppet, but she's fucking funny too. And there was this girl with a missing arm. She had like a prosthetic arm, and she beat me in the end. In the state final, she came first, I came second. And she was fucking funny too. She was really good. Making use of her arm to make jokes. I thought it was funny. Problem with that is though, and I am being serious here, you can't live off making jokes about the arm. Her whole act wasn't revolved around the arm. Only part of it was. But that is, like, you can't rely on one trick like that. Not saying she did, but you can't. Like, if she planned to go into the industry, for instance, she would have to... You wouldn't be able to use the arm joke all the time. It would sort of get old eventually, so... Props to her, man. But, you can't... She can't rely on that. To last her a career, for instance.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. Personally, I think the ventriloquist should have won. And she should have come second, and I should have come third. Because the ventriloquist got the only applause. Like, mid-performance applause. That is like the highest level of, what would the word be? Highest level of achievement in a stand-up performance. Getting applause while you are performing. Just like you applaud like a jazz musician when they do their solo improvised bit. Best honor you can get is applause in the middle of a show. That's the best reaction you can get to it. Like, with laughter, of course. Like, sometimes you just make a really good point and you'll just get clapped. But this was a laughter clap, not a good point clap. And I didn't get any claps. No one else got any claps during their performance. Before and after, yeah, but not during, so... I videoed their performances too this time. So I could steal their material, ha ha ha. Suckers. Your material is now my material. Sucked in. You should have been more vigilant when you saw me with the camera. Oh well. Funny people. Oh yeah, I want to talk about something else, like one more thing. Two more things actually. Speaking of, like I was talking about the library before, and my school. It's really irritating now going to school, because I split up with my girlfriend like months ago. And I've turned back into a pervert since then. Like back then, when I had a girlfriend, I'd still look at girls, sure, but not quite obsessively, you know? But now, there are girls in my ear who are so hot, they walk out a door and I just gawk at them. I feel so wrong for doing it, but it feels so good doing it. It's so annoying. And there's this one girl who is just drop dead gorgeous. Like, the things I would do to her, if dreaming about that girl were a crime, I'd be doing triple life. Jesus. Hottest thing to hit the fucking planet, etc., etc. Insert hyperbole and superlative language here. You know? It's not like she's like she's got like massive tits or a massive ass. She's just everything I would envision being the perfect girl on a physical level. And she's really nice too, like she's not a bitch. Like 99% of high school women. Aha. Something around 99. Anyway, you know, just like 99% of teenage boys are dickheads. Statistics work both ways. Like it's just like the perfect woman. Like she's hot and she's nice and she's smart, beautiful voice, talented, plays a musical instrument, 2 musical instruments I think. English accelerant. She's good with words. It's just, oh my god, please, I will do anything. Thing is though, I asked her out like years ago and she said no. We share nothing in common at all. So really, I don't know if you know, if the fact that I'm attracted to her talent and her not just her physique, like her talent and her ability and her traits. Not just her physical traits, but her mental traits and stuff. I don't know if that redeems me for thinking she's the hottest thing to hit the planet ever. And believe me, if she started coming on to me or anything, I don't even know if she puts out. I don't think she does. She doesn't seem like the person who would. The type of person who would. But if she did, man, and if she started coming on to me, I would be powerless to resist. I would be putting my hand all over her ass, up her skirt, all kinds of things, man.
3, 2, 1, go.
It's not just her either. Like she's the cream of the crop. There are other girls in my ear too who I just look at and just go, wow. With them, it is usually huge ass, huge tits, whatever. Because I'm shallow, man. I'm a shallow motherfucker. Sort of weird though. I think about like sex sometimes. Going like, if I don't love the person, is it going to be fulfilling? I don't have anything against love, like sex outside of marriage or a loving relationship or whatever the fuck you call it. I sort of think about that though. Like, what would it feel like to do it with someone who you don't quite love in that way, who you just lust for? Always wonder what it'd be like. I suppose I'll find out one day. Ha 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 ha. Unlikely. Like, especially with this girl I speak of. No way in hell is that happening. Not in a million fucking years, man. And you've already got your answer, you don't ask questions again. Don't ask stupid questions twice. Damn it, stop shooting with your rocket. Wow, I'm actually coming second, but I'm just getting raped by the guy who's coming first. Oh, man. It's annoying. Sort of sucks having no girl, like, to be interested in that way. In that sort of, that deeper, more meaningful way. because I like that feeling. Like, I'm attracted to you as a person, not as an object. And I suppose, like, technically all men and all women are objects. We're things. This is true. By the definition of things, we are things. But you know, just off a girl's body, I don't like to be attracted to just her body. I like to be attracted to who she is. Because that's relationship potential. Otherwise, it's just fucking potential. And fucking potential's no good, because I have no fucking potential at all. I'm a pretty ugly dude. Ugly is an understatement. Oh well. That would be a dream come true, man. If that girl like came into my room and started doing things. Awesome. Oh well. I was gonna talk about something else. I forget now. Oh, that's right. I had this idea. This is like totally unrelated. Totally unrelated. I had this idea, like I'm playing an emulated game right now. This is sort of where this comes from. I think being a dog's gonna ruin. I had this idea where, because I've got this old laptop, this small 21-inch TV that I can hook the laptop up to, and a few PS3 controllers with USB cords for all of them. I've got 2 controllers, and I know people who've got other controllers they can donate, so I can get 4. Basically, what I want to do is take the laptop, the TV, 4 controllers, and a USB hub to like a public place, like a mall, probably. Set it all up, and have like a split screen sort of lobby area where people can just drop by and play like 4-player Mario Kart or GoldenEye and stuff on the computer using emulators. Because with the computer we can play different systems, like we can play SNES, N64, PS1, we can play all sorts of games, you know. And we can play 4-player in all of them. And we don't have to lug cartridges with us or a hefty system or anything, and it's all, apart from the controllers, it's all cheap shit. Like the TV's cheap shit, the laptop's really old, everything works on it, but it's not the best piece of equipment, you know. Like, you'd be better off robbing an department store if you actually wanted to steal the stuff. And, you know, the controls could be stolen, but we could stick them down with some duct tape. And I just think that'd be so cool, just to go to like a mall or something with a TV. Maybe someone's already done it, I don't know. Just go there with the TV, the laptop, 4 controllers. You could even go there with like a N64 or a PS1 with 4 controllers and play the games if you really wanted to. The computer just gives us more versatility and more games available and less shit to lug around. Because otherwise we've got to lug all the CDs or cartridges with us, and we can only have one system at a time. Thing is, though, like would security kick you out for using their power to bring people enjoyment? Would they do that? Really? For attracting customers? Like, if you set it up outside a game store, you'd be guaranteed getting people sitting down, go, oh my god, have you got Mario Kart or GoldenEye or Crash Team Racing or Perfect Dark? Oh, we can't play Perfect Dark. That's the one game that doesn't work properly. It just runs way too slowly. It is my favorite game ever, and it doesn't fucking work on the laptop. Because the laptop's like a 2003 Dell Inspiron with like a 20 gig hard drive and a 16 meg graphics chip. Ugh. Leeches off the CPU. Yuck. It's an awful piece of machinery, but it gets the job done, so it's awesome. Like, the battery actually doesn't work. you unplug it from the power source, it just dies. Oh man. And the Z key's got the Z key is dented because I had a friend who was using it and they were smoking. And they held the cigarette too close to the Z key and it burnt a fucking curve in it. Burnt the key and there's now this massive dent in the Z key. Z key still works, it's just got a dent in it. Looks hilarious. fell asleep on the Z key. I think that'd be cool though. Go to like a public place and get people to join in just playing like, you know, one-off games of Mario Kart or GoldenEye or whatever. Just games where you can drop in and leave pretty quickly, you know. Like Mario Party or something. That'd take forever. I even saw it at one of these, like at a shopping centre near my house. Is it just me or am I raping everyone in this game? I am one of 2 people with a double-digit score. Wow. I saw it this shopping centre near me. It's not really a mall, but it had a setup of like desktop computers, about 6, maybe 12 of them, and they were all networked. I'm assuming you can have a fucking LAN party there. Like if you rented all of them, you could play Counter-Strike on them and shit. That'd be really cool. So yeah, I thought that'd be a really cool idea if I could get that going somehow. I'd have to get someone else to come with me and film it and stuff. It'd be so cool. I wonder if someone else has done it. Like, I know Improv Everywhere has done... They've taken desktop computers into Starbucks and used them like they were using laptops. But this is a bit more reckless and radical and... law-breaking, perhaps, than that. But yeah, that's, I think I got everything off my chest. I don't know how much talking I've done, because the the voice recording is minimized, and the video file is probably going to take up the rest of my hard drive, so I think I'll stop now. It's going into demo mode for some reason. But thanks for watching. 3, 2, 1. And hopefully once all these exams are fucking over, I'll catch you next time.